The show Blue Bloods, starring Tom Selleck, has been running since 2010. While it has received a lot of praise, it has also received backlash. The show has, apparently, been bad for showcasing law enforcement and making them look negative, when the police force in this day and age is already made to look bad. Why? Keep watching to find out more. First up, perspectives on the show Blue Bloods. There have been various perspectives on the show Blue Bloods in terms of how they portray police officers, whether negatively or positively. Since the Black Lives Matter movement of 2020, the law enforcement system has been picked apart and has divided the United States, some backing the blue and some accusing law enforcement and officers of being corrupt and racist. The show Blue Bloods acknowledges one point of not all cops are bad, every single cop is being painted with the same brush, and when anyone in my rank and file conducts themselves in a way that is not worthy of the uniform, they get dealt with, was one of the lines in the show. And the show has a habit of showing anyone who speaks up against the police as restless and violent. Yet other news outlets think shows having to deal with police officers should acknowledge the racism and violence that have been portrayed in other media. Chicago PD, SWAT, and Chicago Med have all taken on the storylines of racism in these systems and do the opposite of what Blue Bloods has done by making their storylines fall in line with the accusations that all cops are racist and violent. A user on another platform, however, had concerns with the show, not for its inability to address these sensitive subjects in the show like other shows, but for painting police officers as violent in general, specifically Selleck's character. Here's my problem. It's the character Detective Danny Reagan. He's portrayed as a loving husband and father and a loyal son, and he's violent on the job. He will break every rule he can to get the criminal. He'll physically intimidate and, in not-so-rare cases, assault a suspect to get a confession. The user writes on Ricochet, in one scene, he tells a suspect he's attempting to intimidate that if he needs a lawyer, he must be guilty. The response resonated with me. With cops like you, you'd be a fool not to have a lawyer. Viewers have also criticized the character for pulling out his gun too often, as gun violence has also become a rising problem in police forces, and viewers accuse producers of normalizing it in the show. Despite this, the show has still been a success, being on the air for over 12 years. Yet some viewers want the storyline of how the police are portrayed to change, or for them to at least acknowledge the racism in the system the media has talked so much about. Next, Grey's Anatomy is going back to the beginning. The hit series Grey's Anatomy is returning for a 19th season and will be going back to its roots, according to actor on the show Kevin McKidd, who plays Owen in the series. We have this amazing group of new interns, brilliant, young, vibrant actors who are really passionate, he raves, so it's making room for that. It's almost like we're going back to the beginning, if that makes sense, he said. Fans have questioned if the show will become more of a reboot style since most of the cast is gone, but he also said, we're not really rebooting, but it's definitely that pilot episode when Sandra Oh and T.R. Knight first kind of walked into the hospital. We're kind of doing that again, and it's very exciting to feel that we're all part of that, McKidd adds. Pompeo has been part of the entirety of the series, but other characters have come and gone. Yet Pompeo's character will be reduced to 8 episodes, but she will still help produce and narrate the episodes. Katherine Hagel, who left the show, had criticized the show's working conditions. Hagel had said, our first day back was Wednesday. It was, I'm going to keep saying this because I hope it embarrasses them, a 17-hour day, which I think is cruel and mean, during an appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman in 2009. Some of you may remember over 10 years ago, I was very vocal about the absurdity of the working hours crews and actors were being forced into by productions, she wrote in a reflection. Even Diane Sawyer interviewed me and not so kindly informed me, no one feels sorry for you. I very publicly and for many, many years after got my ass kicked for speaking up. It did take a toll on her mental health. Then she also mentioned, when production plows into hour 14 and beyond, they are asking our crews to drive themselves home bone tired. The number of people who have fallen asleep at the wheel is staggering. The number of accidents that happen on set due to exhaustion are shocking. Illness, both mental and physical, is off the charts. There is nothing glamorous or sexy about working past the point of exhaustion. Pompeo had spoken on Hagel's words and said, I remember Hagel said something on a talk show about the insane hours we were working, Ellen recalled, and she was 100% right. She also said she was ballsy for telling it like it is, and said that she was telling the truth and wasn't lying. Grey's Anatomy has progressed greatly in its time, and fans are nervous but excited to see what the new recruits will bring to the show. And now, Better Call Saul season finale. The series Better Call Saul is a spin-off of Breaking Bad, and they recently premiered their season finale. The finale had over 1.8 million viewers on AMC. Bob Odenkirk thanked viewers and said, thanks for giving us a chance. We came out of maybe a lot of people's most favorite show ever, in Breaking Bad, and we could have been hated for simply trying to do a show, he said, but we weren't. We were given a chance, and hopefully we made the most of it. Thank you for staying with us. Other actors and actresses tweeted their goodbyes to the show, as this is an emotional experience for all of them to say farewell. Writer Thomas Schnauz even paid tribute to the series end ahead of the finale, tweeting #BetterCallSaul finale tonight. Can't believe it's all over. Here's a pic @FutureGen Carol took on first day of filming on S1, before any of us knew what the hell the show was, but through @Peter Gould's amazing guidance, it turned into something very special. Peter brings it home. While fans are sad the show is over, the cast felt the finale's contents were the perfect way to wrap up the show. Next, actress Florence Pugh and Zach Braff broke up. Florence Pugh, who has a list of upcoming films such as Don't Worry Darling, Dune 2, and Oppenheimer, has recently said in an interview with Harper's Bazaar that she and actor Zach Braff, whom she was in a relationship with, have broken up. "We've been trying to do this separation without the world knowing because it's been a relationship that everybody has an opinion on," Florence Pugh had said. "We just felt something like this would really do us the benefit of not having millions of people telling us how happy they are that we're not together, so we've done that." The actress also decided to do this because of the significant age gap she and Braff had shared that has sparked controversy over their relationship. While Florence Pugh is 26, Braff is 47. She also reflected on that part of their romance in this interview, saying, "Whenever I feel like that line has been crossed in my life, whether it's paparazzi taking private moments or moments that aren't even real, or gossip channels that encourage members of the public to share private moments of famous people walking down the street, I think it's incredibly wrong," she shared. "I don't think that people, just because they have this job, that every aspect of their life should be watched and written about. We haven't signed up for a reality TV show." They did also, however, film a movie together, A Good Person, and it seems the two split on good terms, as she is still excited for the project's release. Will Tatiana Maslany make more appearances in the MCU? Actress Tatiana Maslany is making headlines, as she's the lead in Marvel's new series, She-Hulk: Attorney at Law. The show most recently had its premiere and will be released on August 17th. On the red carpet, she joked with Mark Ruffalo, the MCU's Hulk, and Bruce Banner to give her 1 year of being the central Hulk after he's played the character for over a decade, and Mark Ruffalo agreed. "All right, you can have a year. Nah, she's in now. There's not going to be another Avengers without her." And that seemed a surprise to Maslany, who asked, "What?" And Ruffalo confirmed, "That's what I'm hearing." Marvel has always been sporadic with its casting, with Sebastian Stan finding out he'd be in the Black Panther end credits scene at an airport, and Tom Holland finding out he'd landed his life-changing role on social media before he even got the call. As for now, it's unclear of the future of She-Hulk. So what did you think of this video? What do you think of the Blue Bloods controversy? What about the new season of Grey's? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.